Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have any further questions. Whatever additional questions I have, I will submit for the record. But I do have some closing comments. I do want to push back a little bit on the ranking member's comments earlier. I had gone through a series of examples of overreach by the government with the expanded definition of waters of the U.S., and the ranking member had stated that he had a letter that he had received from Administrator Gina McCarthy. And I have no doubt that she was answering those questions honestly because she wasn't the one making the statements. The statements that I presented came from the Corps of Engineers and the Department of Justice. Now, I know this to be true. These are not as implied from some obscure website off of the internet done by some blogger in a basement somewhere. The comments actually came from this committee. Case studies from this committee, September of 2016. These are examples of case studies from all across the United States, and I will cite just one that I opened up to. A landowner in California received an investigation letter from the Corps informing him that disking performed by a tenant farmer on his land may have resulted in an unauthorized discharge into WOTUS, and that regulators had opened a case against the landowner. They are being implemented case by case. This letter came as a surprise to the landowner, who had been disking this particular site periodically over the past 15 years to sustain grazing conditions for his cattle, a practice he believed was normal until he received this notice. The Corps told the landowner's consultant that all disking for any purpose and at any depth with any potential WOTUS is a discharge into WOTUS and, in the absence of a permit, represents an unauthorized discharge and violation of the Clean Water Act. This is an actual letter from the Corps that was submitted to this committee, the EPW committee, last year. So this is not made up. This is a very real impact to all Americans. And so I appreciate your stance, Attorney General Pruitt, that if you are confirmed, you will work with those that wish to continue farming normal practices. But this is not made up, folks, and we just need everyone to understand that the Corps, the DOJ, and the EPA have gone beyond what we consider to be reasonable application of the law. Thank you very much.